Hello, I'm back again. So I'm just gonna showcase how I do the quick pull version of the, as I call it, the smaller pull, the 150. It's as most people do here in the start. You have your own variations. You can choose to Frost Nova this pack. You don't have to. Just make sure that you aggro all the mobs in here. I like going. Sorry, I'm skipping ahead. I like going to the left side of the rock here, just making sure that whenever I pull is about where the front runner is. Here you usually get body pull, or you just do rank 1 arcane explosion. I used my counterspell there, sort of by mistake. So I think, no, I'm in the clear. So then you do as you always do. Here is a good spot if you have a very spread team, as I have here. I did not wait all the way to the edge, but if you sort of go a bit further to the right side, the front runners are going to have to run back and then follow you. So they're nicely stacked. Then this bit is like every other people. You have probably your own variation of this. All the way over here. Here's what I like to do is I think you could call it the funneling. You want to be quite far to this side so that the front runners are grouping up more nicely. Essentially making so that the mobs that are in the middle and or in the back have a shorter path to run. And you make it so that the guys lagging behind catch up. Here is a variation of how I've been experimenting how to do this. I'm not sure if this nets you more mobs in the end, but it's kind of on the risky side. Ideally, you'd want to pull the satyr just by the satyr boss there, but I opt not to. You do the little blizzard on the steps. You can choose to pull that deep root tangler, this guy, to the side here. I think I do. With the counter spell, yeah. And that being said, the big pack is probably quite close, so I think I just pull the dude here, the little frostbolt. And here's another bit where you can do the funneling. You can make it so that the big pack are running here, and then you blink here. So the mid runners and back runners have a shorter path. I like to Frost Nova that pack. Don't have to, I don't think. Preferably you don't body pull that guy, but you're gonna be pulling him here. And essentially pulling all of these trees on your first way through is what you want to do. As you're gonna see later why. And there you have the little Frost Nova. Doesn't really matter what you do to them, because you're gonna have the trees quite kind of close to you. And I think in general, in the long run, it doesn't really matter that much, in truth. Um, you just use the usual stuff here. You aggro the pack down there. Preferably you'd aggro this satyr. Yeah, I do with a blizzard, resisting the stun like a champ. And then you just do the loop around up here. You can choose to do a blizzard there. I don't think it's required. I just do it out of habit. And it could be good if you have some mobs in the back that are would in this position be really close to you as front runners. So you just wait up here. If you're low on HP, you can bandage. If you're low on mana, you can evocate, unless you want to save it for later. Especially if you're new and or used it earlier, depending on your pull strat. But this is essentially the most important bit. You want to make sure that you get a very nice stack here. You want to do a blizzard then blink another blizzard, and essentially hug the right hand side as you're running. Like stay close to the right hand side. You want to be really far out to the right here, aggro those, and then you blink across. You swap to mage armor. You could refresh dampen magic if it's close to expiring, but you should be good as long as you buff at the very start. You jump down, you blink. You don't use blink until you blink over the. Essentially, you are only allowed to use one blink after you jump down. The other one you want to save for blinking over the gap upstairs. You're not gonna get in a third, even if you try. You'd still have to wait. You can have a nifty stopwatch as a extra safety precaution, and here you blink across, and then you do your normal routine. So what you save by doing this is skipping running back to the satyr boss. But you're gonna lose, like, the way I did it here, I'm losing the 2 satyr in front of the boss, the satyr boss that is, the the 2 satyr and the imps down the steps. Is it 2 trees and 5 satyr? But you're saving, I think, about 2 minutes doing it this way, which should net you more experience per hour. And here you just finish. I'm just finishing it up, and that's about it. And this allows you to do 5 runs an hour. Enjoy.